Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Chanhassen. Good morning, Oak Grove. Good morning, Inver Grove Heights. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister in Murray's House of Macaws, Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark.
We have a macaw named Kevin, too.
That's right. God, remember Kevin yesterday? Remember the macaw named Kevin?
Like that was like the end of his story, too. And
Yeah.
a macaw named Kevin.
It's the animal trainer that we had on that trained Broadway's Sandy, that dog. So cute. You
So
took a
cute.
great picture. It's on Instagram. It's on the show Instagram. I posted it on mine. It's so cute. Thank you for doing that.
So cute.
I thought about little Sandy all night long. How you doing?
I am doing well. It's Thursday.
Is it Thursday? I'm living in a casino, so I'm losing track of time. I've lost track of time. Were you going to say something? The crew's laughing that I'm living in a casino.
Oh, I was just going to say, so you live in a casino and then you live in like a kind of casino, which, you know, bright lights, no windows.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of the same thing. I'm living, and the reason, if you've missed a show the last couple days, that I'm living in a casino.
It's because he has a gambling problem.
I mean, well, I will say first, let me start the show with two positives.
Okay.
One is less important than the other. Should I start with the less important one?
Please.
Daddy won some money last night on Super Jackpot Party.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino.
That's right. I'm staying at Treasure. You just sang it. Anyway, and I went downstairs. I had a little bit of free time, and it's an old school game called Super Jackpot Party. And when you get three, and I hear the sound in my dreams. It's like a little, meh, like a little party favor going off. If you get three of those bad boys, you go to the surprise. You go to the jackpot party, and there's like 30 presents on a screen, and you pick the presents, and
fun.
then some are money, and then some are the party poopers. And then if you pick a party pooper, your party's over. Girl, I was like, bloop, bloop. Daddy got a 5, Daddy got a 2. I went to the multiplier bonus. I was living life. So I did well on that.
Nice.
You all did well on helping me out and helping a charity out. If you missed the show yesterday, our radio station, we do this big charity event called Project Down and Dirty. And every year we do different charities. This year, my show, Jason and Alexis in the Morning, our show's raising money for Crescent Cove, which Kendall visited yesterday. You're going to see that story a little bit later today. It basically is kind of like a hospice for children with life-threatening illnesses, and it gives these little angels a little bit of paradise during a really difficult time, and it also helps their parents. We are raising money for Crescent Cove. They're one of 3 of these hospitals. It's not really hospitals, but one of these, there's only 3 of these in the country, and we have them right here. And my God, are they a blessing to these families and the kids. Listen to this. In just 1.5 days of a broadcast, our show has raised hey, we're doing a show here, just FYI. We have raised, over there just flapping their gums, we have raised $31,360.
Wow.
2 shows. This has been 1.5 days. We have done this. You guys have done this. And listen to this. So that's the radio audience. But you guys watching our show, the TV audience, not even, 2 separate companies. A woman watching us in Seattle named Sandy donated $1,000 yesterday.
Oh, my word.
Because she had lost her 3-year-old, and a place like this helped her out. How great is that? I cried. I was like, I read the dedication. So if you want to help, Ted is going to go ahead and put up a little graphic. Go to mytalk1071.com. That's my radio station's website right there. Click on Project Down and Dirty, and then click on Donate under Team Jason and Alexis. I say this all the time, but I mean it. I try not to ask you guys for a lot, but if everybody watching, and I see the numbers, there are thousands of you watching from all different states. If everybody donated $5, because these parents don't have to pay for any of this. I meant to tell you that. Crescent Cove does this for the kids and the parents for free. So they need money. I want to help these kids. You know, I want to give these parents an opportunity and some peace, for heaven's sake. If everybody gave $5 right now, it's through givemn.org, so it's really safe. I know people are rightly scared. If everybody did that, we could be up to $35,000 before the end of the show today, which I would love, because this is also a competition and I want to bury the other shows. I'm a little competitive. So if our numbers started ticking up when we're not even on the air, the other shows would have a heart attack. And I want that to happen. I do. I want to beat them badly. Anyway, God bless you all in advance, and thank you. Well, I'll keep track of the numbers. I can also give you shout outs. Let's do the hot dish right now. Roll it, Leo, or Steve, or whoever's in there. Who is it today? Is it still Steve? My buddy Steve's in there directing the show. Good guy. Let's get started. The final episode of the never-ending Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion aired last night. Kendall, can you believe it? It was chapter 17.
Oh, God.
And once again, all eyes and ears and throats and legs and arms were on Erica. Look at this.
Erica Sutton was such a great friend to you. She flew the women out to your Broadway debut.
Yes, that's why I don't understand why she flipped on me after an article. Come to me and talk to me, Andy.
You wouldn't talk to me.
You called me a liar. You
I
came
said
to my
I don't-
house and told
yeah.
me that you didn't want to speak to me, that you were afraid to
I
be
never
seen
said
with
I
me.
didn't want to speak to
You know,
you.
you're worried about your reputation.
didn't say I didn't want to
You
speak to
didn't want to
you.
be seen with me. You called me a liar. These things are true. Yes.
Here's what
Hello.
you
Is
know
anyone
what?
else going to jump
It's all
in
on
the?
camera.
It's all on
I don't know what.
When I said I didn't want to see you.
It's on camera.
It's on camera.
Can someone please back me the up on what I'm saying?
all
I'm
on
not
camera.
saying I didn't say those
They're all
things.
agreeing with you.
We're agreeing with you.
Why are you smiling at me?
Because you're a piece of work.
You are a piece of work, EJ.
That's why I'm smiling. You're something else. I don't know. I've never met anyone like you.
She's delightful, isn't she? Look, here's the deal. I was a fan, and now people are labeling me I'm not on Team Erica. I'm not really. I loved Erica before. I do agree with her. She made one point of the reunion where they were kind of busting on her for her American Express bill, which was like $3 million. Daddy may have spent that at Super Jackpot Party last night, but that's a whole other story. But people were busting on her, and she rightfully called out the other ladies. She's like, all of these ladies spend that in a year. I know Kyle Richards does. I agree with her on that. But I will continue to criticize her for her behavior and stuff like this, because it doesn't make her look good, and it doesn't endear you to her. She's defensive. She's a little like icy, and if you're trying to get people on your side, not the best avenue.
I think
to
Andy.
achieve that.
Yeah, Andy said it really. He was just like, I have never met anyone quite like you.
Yeah,
She's a
for it.
gaslighter too. She's
Yeah.
just like.
Yeah. Oh, next in the dish. Kids, it's a blast from the past. Our lovely network, Fox, is rebooting Joe Millionaire. The show took an average Joe and convinced a group of women that he was super rich, like $3 million on your Amex rich. Here's a teaser for the new season.
20 years ago, Fox made television history with this shocking moment.
I don't have $50 million.
This January, history repeats itself
This is Joe Millionaire.
with a twist.
One of these men is worth over $10 million. The other is not.
Wait, what?
Who is who?
Let the games begin.
Game on.
I'm not doing drama.
That is disrespectful.
You're trying to sabotage me.
Enjoying ourselves, are we?
Joe Millionaire premieres this January on Fox.
Yeah, I might actually watch that. Well, the original one, Jeff was just telling us, I forgot the ratings for that one, 35 million people. That's like Super Bowl numbers now. Watched. Yeah. Do you remember? I mean, again, you remember hearing about it? You were a young girl.
I remember it. I remember we didn't watch it because my mom didn't like the whole idea that all these people were just pretending that they liked this guy for his money.
Yeah, that was during a great era of our network. That was when we did the most outrageous reality shows, which we're going to be talking about a little bit later on today's show. We did like, you know, Man versus Beast, Penguin Wars, you know, coffin racing. I mean, we did, I mean, Fox didn't, that's when Fox just didn't care. Fox is like, let's just put every type of reality show.
See what sticks.
Yeah, exactly. There were like nun races. They had nuns just running back. The new Joe Millionaire returns to Fox in January.
Nuns?
Nun racing. Friday on the Jason Show. Wouldn't that be great? I had a friend named Nun.
What?
Well, her real name's Lynn.
What?
But we called her Nun because she was a nun, and then she ran away from the convent in the middle of the night down a rope made of sheets.
She was a running nun?
Well, yeah, not to be confused with the flying nun, but so her name is Lynn. Lynn, I'll change her name to protect her DMs, but yeah. Lynn Blankenship was her name, and she was one of my first friends here in Minneapolis, and she was a nun. And so I called her Nun. I didn't even know. I call this right here is one of maybe 12 times in 20 years I've ever called her Lynn.
Okay, is she sure that was a nunnery?
No, she really was a nun, yeah. And then she escaped in the middle of the night. She was like, peace out.
But like, but why? In the middle of the night?
She wanted, I don't know, she wanted a different life.
No, but I mean, I get that, but like, why in the middle of the night? She couldn't just like walk out the front door?
I don't know.
With a casserole dish?
I'll call her later. By the way, people are donating. We're all, oh my goodness, we're up $300 since the top of the show. God, I love you. You guys are so nice. Think of the kids still ahead. We're talking about, as I said, some of the worst reality shows in history that you may have forgotten about. Plus, Dax Holt is going to join us when we come back with his latest interview. He is talking to Tiger King star Carole Baskin. And then, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, as part of my radio charity event, I do some heavy lifting, literally. We'll be back. Stay with us, everyone. Look at the money coming in.
Where is it? Where do you keep the Emmy? Where is it? Pride of place? Where is it?
You know what? I have not found. See, you need a mantle, and my home is modern. Our home, my wife and Shah, we have a modern home, so we don't have any mantles that fit the base.
Because they're big. Yeah, they're round.
It's a big old. I've seen some out there. It's a big old round base, and it have nothing. It's hanging over the edge, like my Emmy is about to commit suicide or something. It's like don't jump. You know, and it's hanging over the edge. I don't like that. So here's what I think should have happened. They should give you options with your Emmy, man. It shouldn't just be this or that. That's it. It can't be just this. Let's have a brochure. Look through the brochure. Tell us what form do you want your Emmy in.
That's a great idea.
Maybe not even a statue.
Maybe not even a statue. Maybe a hood ornament, a big old belt buckle like the wrestlers.
Hey, if we ever get an Emmy, I support that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get a little necklace or something.
Just wear it.
Wear it around. That's J.B. Smoove. I love him on Corden alongside Eva Longoria. Miss Desperate Housewives. She looks fantastic, too.
Does she age?
No, she's aging. Well, she has that L'Oreal. That's why, I mean, she gets all that skin cream for free.
It's all that
Not
L'Oreal.
that she can't afford it. Isn't that the thing with life? It's always the celebrities that can afford Sephora, and they get all the stuff for free.
Why?
Yeah. Our hot dish continues with our insider to the stars. He has good skin, too. Please welcome from the Hollywood Raw podcast, the great Dax Holt. Hi, buddy.
Hello, good morning.
How you doing?
Good. No skin creams coming my way, though.
No, you're another one, Dax. I recently came across an old picture of the two of us. You haven't aged a bit, my friend.
And I can't even blame Botox or anything. I got nothing. I just got good genes, apparently.
Yep, you look good, buddy. Okay, you had a big, huge guest this week on the Hollywood Raw podcast, Carole Baskin. Talk to us. Take it away. Tell me everything.
She was awesome. She was so fun. You know, landing Carole Baskin was just massive for us. When they said that she was going to come on, I was like, yes. Not only that, we did it like a week ago, so it was kind of before the Netflix 2 stuff had come out. So I doubt she's doing interviews now that everyone's talking about her. So it was like just really perfect timing. But we got her on, and we talked all about Tiger King and the effect it's had on her life. And she said, you know, it basically ruined my life because, you know, she was going under one pretense to film the show, and then they kind of just, you know, side-rammed her like with everything and all the allegations and making her look like she killed her husband and all of this stuff. And she goes, you know, I had to shut down my cat sanctuary because there's so many people just showing up calling me a murderer, and then I'm nervous about my cats. And so she hasn't even been able to reopen her cat farm over there. But I asked her, I said, okay, putting all that aside, would you do the whole thing over again? Because there has been a lot of perks. You've done Dancing with the Stars. You are super, super famous at this point. And she said, yes, I would. Even though it ruined her life, she said, yes, she would do it again. Her family, on the other hand, they would probably say no, she says.
What's the time code for when you ask her where she buried the husband? Is that like 12 minutes into where can we find that part of the interview?
No, but Adam did ask her straight up if she killed her husband.
Well, I mean, good for Adam. What I mean, is he in Kentucky? Is he in Tennessee? Where is he?
Oh, God. Yeah, Adam, my co-host partner, he was just like, at one point he looks at her and he's like, okay, Carol, straight answer. Did you or did you not kill your husband?
Well, I mean...
And so... please go onto the YouTube page and you can watch her response to that question.
Okay. I like anything else that surprised, because
yes.
The fact that she would do it again surprises me. Give me one more headline out of it, because I want people to go back and listen to it.
So one of the other things that we did was we played a bunch of viral TikToks for her. Viral TikToks about her and about Tiger King. Like, you know the famous one that's like, Carole Baskin, she killed her husband, whacked him. That one?
Yeah.
We played that one for her, played all these other like really, really popular ones to see what she thought about them, and also showed her famous Halloween costumes of celebrities dressed as her for Halloween, and she had to rank them from 1 to 10 of how much she actually liked them or not. But you know what the kind of sad thing is? She has a very like pessimistic view of that. Like, people are just dressing up like her because they think she killed her husband, and I'm like, or you're just famous and you're a recognizable person. So we had this whole discussion about how just because someone dresses up like you for Halloween doesn't necessarily mean that they don't like you. It just means that you're recognizable enough for everyone to know who you are.
Exactly. Well, I have a long drive ahead of me today. I'm gonna click it on as soon as I get in there. Thank you, buddy, so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can find the Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you get your podcast. Kendall, I'm going to try not to cry. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We've gone up 1,000 since the show began.
In 20 minutes?
Yeah. We are now 32,295. Jeff, I feel like it's like the Jerry Lewis Telethon. I feel like or TPT, you know.
Pick up the phone.
If you donate, you're going to get a TPT Frisbee. Anyway, 32,295. Tammy and Mary and Julie and the Hayes Foundation giving 300, because I can see.
Who gave?
People can leave messages, so I can see instantly when you donate. Guys, thank you.
Awesome.
We have the best viewers. Oh, we just got another $400. I could cry. Wait till you see Kendall's story, and then you'll really want to donate. Next in the dish, we haven't talked about The Masked Singer in a little while, but last night a new episode aired, and friends, grab a Twinkie, grab some scrambled eggs, get a little mimosa ready, because this is some good TV. Look at this.
Got the plane at LAX with the dream in my cardigan. Welcome to the land of famous. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab and I'm here for the first time. Looked at my right and into the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. That's when the taxi man turned on the radio and the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on.
Okay. Any guesses, TV folks? All the judges guessed various combinations. Now, don't go of the Kardashians. Our favorite part of the show, the judges making outlandish guesses. Is it Kate Capshaw and Steven Spielberg? Is it Abe and Mary Lincoln?
You never know.
Is it George and Martha Washington?
There was a rumor.
Is it Anthony Fauci and Mary Fauci? No, it's Honey Boo Boo and Mama June. Oh, we are doomed as a society, I gotta tell you. Yeah, there she is, Honey Boo Boo. She doesn't like to be called that, so I don't want to, I shouldn't do that. But what's her real name? Alana. I want to be nice. She doesn't like to be called that anymore.
Oh.
And Mama June. Look at June. Hey, well, they were fighting, so you know what? Focusing on the positive, I'm just glad they seem to be. Oh my goodness, look how big she is, Kendall. She's all grown up.
She's like an adult now.
She's all tall. Look at her.
She's no baby anymore.
No, I remember the first season of that show. Oh my goodness.
The pageant show she was on?
Yeah.
Toddlers and Tiaras.
Toddlers and Tiaras.
I might have watched it.
Watched it. I could totally see a young Kendall being on that show.
I was not. I was too busy like playing football and painting my face and stuff.
Okay.
I was a mess.
Speaking of dirt, I'll be getting dirty a little bit later. You'll be seeing me in a big machine. Just saying. Next in the dish, Gal Gadot and The Rock appear in a new Netflix movie, Red Notice. The two visited Jimmy Kimmel last night. Now, there's a scene where the two were dancing, and Gal talked about what that was like. Look.
I was a bit nervous at the beginning.
Were you?
I was.
Why?
Jesus, you're a big guy. And my toes are sensitive, you know, they're very
She was afraid I was going to crush her toes.
Yes, a little bit, not
be a
because
terrible dancer.
Not in, yeah, I was, and I kept on telling DJ, we gotta practice, we gotta rehearse, we gotta make sure we have this, and he was like, super cool. Don't worry, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It was. Turns out DJ is a ballerina. He's
you are
like
a good dancer.
Light, and amazing, and made it so much fun.
Even though your feet are big, they're like.
They are. I'm a 10.
No, I was talking about him, but are your feet? It's weird. I think it would be. It's not rude to tell a guy his feet are big, but it is rude to tell a woman her feet.
I get it.
Yeah.
Red Notice features The Rock as an FBI profiler in search of a pair of art thieves, played by Gal and Ryan Reynolds. Saw a trailer for it. It looks pretty good. Not my genre, but looks
I love
decent.
them all, too.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Next in the dish, Kristen Stewart was on with Jimmy Fallon, meanwhile, last night. She plays Princess Diana in the new movie Spencer. Remember, we showed you the trailer a couple weeks back and talked about what it was like becoming Diana. Look.
Tough to do the accent, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like so muscular. It's exhausting. You have to like, when I speak, I feel like I don't open my mouth and I feel like this like croaked frog. Words come out of her mouth like bubbles, and I'm like bricks to the floor.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mumble all the time as well. But I mean, it was, anyways. You get the call to play Princess Diana, and what's your first thought? You go, challenging?
Dude, are you sure?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Spencer hits theaters tomorrow. I love her, but I mean, I gotta be real. She's not always the best interview because she's guarded, and I can understand that. I cannot wait to see this movie, though.
I know.
There's
Is it
here it
Friday?
is. Guys, here's a little bit of the trailer. Yeah, Friday. There's some good entertainment coming out this weekend. We have this. We have Dexter, New Blood, hitting Showtime on, I believe, Sunday. I am going to be busy. And I'm busy crying right now because, are you ready?
Yes.
We went up another 1,000, Jeff.
In 6 minutes?
We are up to 33,491. One woman named Sandy gave $500 dedicated to her daughter Bailey that she lost. How sweet is that? God, people are good. I mean, I just said the world's going down the toilet, but then you look at our viewers, you know, Mary Kay and Joan and Kimberly Compton. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, we're going to keep track of that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Back in a moment, you beautiful people. Watching the money roll in, Kendall. Just watching it roll in. Another $200 in that commercial break. Ugh. So good. Welcome back. It's been a busy week for me as I travel back and forth from our TV studio here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, to Hastings, Minnesota, about 30, 40 minutes away, where my radio station, My Talk 107.1, is holding our annual charity event. It's called Project Down and Dirty. This year, it's Project Down and Dirty Construction, where we are working at Extreme Sandbox in Hastings. As I explained at the top of the show, every year the radio station has all of the hosts do something different, whether it's putting on a stand-up comedian show or working at a restaurant or putting on a musical. It's always a theme. This year, it's construction, where we get to learn how to use bulldozers, excavators, huge equipment. Look at this. Yesterday, Kendall, look at me. That's me in front of a bulldozer. That's the manliest I've ever looked in my life.
Of course you're wearing tennis shoes.
Of course I'm...
Well, you're supposed to wear work boots.
Okay, do I look like I have work boots?
Well, they're safer for your toesies.
Okay, well, first of all, my toesies were fine. It's not like I'm, I'm building a house, for heaven's sake. That's a staged photo.
Oh,
there
God.
I am, look at that! I'm holding on for dear life. Now, mind you, right there, I'm on top of my pile that I created, like a ramp of dirt. That's what you have to do with a bulldozer, I guess. I don't know.
King of a hill.
Yeah. Now, underneath that, my safety vest is a Star Wars sweatshirt. So don't get thinking I got too manly. But anyway, I have, with that picture right there, I want to say, oh, there's actually, look at this. There's me climbing up. I'm kind of prancing.
I was going to say, I would call that strutting.
I'm kind of prancing into my vehicle there. Now, this is what I learned yesterday. I was in that darn thing for 2 hours yesterday, learning how to use it, and then going through the obstacle course. And the women and men that work these machines, that do the hard work, what we do here, this is nothing. This is, we sit behind a desk and we flap our gums about, the Bachelorette and Joe Millionaire. Working that machine gives me, my dad was a truck driver, so I have so much respect for good old-fashioned blue-collar jobs. The mechanics and the coordination and the skill of working those machines, I have a new level of respect for. And I think that's part of what the bosses hope that we get out of it. I'm very blessed to have a job like this. That job, my goodness, that skill. There's 2 controllers, joysticks. I don't even know if that's the proper term. One controls the blade. You can move the blade of the bulldozer like 6 different ways. Anyway, tremendous respect.
Cool.
Yeah, the big event is on Friday. People can still get tickets. So, okay, now, after we worked, I went back to the hotel. I was exhausted.
Exhausted.
I mean, working those joysticks, I was exhausted. I went back to Treasure Island. I played a little super jackpot party.
Not too tired.
I passed out. And then, because of you fine folks, you guys heard I was living in Hastings for a couple days. We got, didn't we, Kendall? We got flooded with recommendations.
Flooded.
You got to go here. You got to go there. You got to go here. The #1 place that floated to the top, the Busted Nut Bar and Grill. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my posse. This is my crew. If you're not from the Twin Cities, let me tell you who these folks are. They're my dear friends and colleagues. Directly to my right over my shoulder is Julia Cobbs, part of the legendary Lori and Julia Drive Time show. Next to Julia is my partner in crime. You know her here on our show. I've worked with that woman for 15 years. That's Alexis. And next to Alexis is the other part of Lori and Julia, Lori, and their executive producer, Grant. Just a nice guy. Grant's the newest member of our My Talk family and a great broadcaster. I respect respect to the moon and back, a true broadcaster. And Grant is a young broadcaster who's just doing great things. But that's my family. But we went to the Busted Nut.
How was it? I love the Busted Nut. Don't bust on the nut.
They have really good chicken wings, and you know I love a good wing. And then I go, this is I hope this is as funny as it was for us. Julia Cobbs, she's this big. She goes in the bathroom. Now My Talk, the radio station just put my face and Alexis on like 400 billboards.
One right by my house.
Yeah, yep. I'm very sorry about that. And not Fox. We haven't been on a billboard since God was in diapers. But My Talk put us on billboards. And Julia went to use the restroom. And Julia, like myself, is very loud. We're all radio people. She comes out of the bathroom and she screams, "You were in the bathroom with me!" And I went, "I'm sorry, what?" She says, "You were in the bathroom with me." And I said, "I've been sitting right here, you nutbag." And she says, "No, your picture is right above not the urinal. You guys don't have urinals, but right above the seat." Yeah, there's my picture. Like, hi.
On the back of the stall door.
Right in the back of the stall door, there's Jason. It's like, hi.
Listen to me.
Anyway, and then we went to the Legion. I love a good VFW. I was raised in a VFW while my mom played bingo. Hi, Mom, I miss you. I haven't seen my family all week. But I went to the American Legion in Hastings. And it was fantastic. But I walked in and there was a Jason Show viewer. She was a grandma. She was adorable. I got 2 steps in and she latched onto me like a little koala bear. And she started kissing me. And I was just like, oh, hey, this hasn't happened to me since Bill Clinton was in office. I was like, I haven't had a lady kiss me like this. And she was just, girl, she was very, and her husband wanted me to say hi to a city whose name escapes me now, but he kept screaming the name of the city. Make sure you say hello to Cannon Falls. I don't remember where you was screaming.
There is a
but
Cannon
anyway,
Falls.
I think there is. But anyway, thank you to the good folks of Hastings. I love you. That's a beautiful little town. I can't wait to come back. Thank you for your hospitality. We got to go to break, but let me check. Oh my goodness! $34,000. Okay. Why am I pushing this? Why are we talking about this? Kendall visited Crescent Cove on the other side of this break. No, not yet. A couple segments. You're going to stay here anyway. It doesn't matter. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Oh, my goodness, Kendall. Kimberly, $200.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, hey, Kendall, guess what?
What?
I just got a super secret text message from our dear leader, the president of Fox 9. Say it with me, Kim Jong-un.
I didn't know which one you were going to go with today.
I call her different things, yeah. Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
She's upstairs watching our show right now with our HR director.
Are we in trouble?
They're preparing our exit documents. Did I sign my contract? I did sign my contract, yeah. We mentioned earlier that our network, speaking of where we are, Fox is bringing back the reality show Joe Millionaire. In honor of that, TheWrap.com put together a list of 25 bonker reality competition shows you forgot existed. So we wanted to take a deep dive and a trip down memory lane on this. Shortly after the success of Joe Millionaire, NBC premiered not Joe Millionaire, but Average Joe. Basically, a bunch of normal dudes competed for the love of a beautiful woman. At the end of the season, she had to choose between an average guy and a hunk. Over 3 seasons, the woman chose the hunk each time.
And how many?
You women disgust me. How dare you choose by looks? We, as a species, never do that.
Never.
I don't know such things. Next up, ABC tried a new twist on Dancing with the Stars in 2010. Remember this?
Remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they're tumbling down. They didn't even put up a fight. Didn't even.
That was Bethany Frankel competing in Skating with the Stars. It only lasted 1 season. It was horrible. Horrible. And believe it or not, that was actually the second celebrity skating show. Once again, our network Fox had Skating with Celebrities featuring, back in 06, featuring stars like Debbie Gibson, Caitlyn Jenner, and Different Strokes legend Todd Bridges.
This is terrible.
Hosted by Gina Lollobrigida. Guess who was co-hosting? P.S. Adora. Also on the list of reality shows you may have forgotten about, Splash from 2013. No, not the Tom Hanks movie about a lovely mermaid, but this. Oh, please, if there, one more time,
He's
Steve.
so serious.
Oh, please, if Mim keeps us on the air through next year, can we please do this next summer? That's our buddy Louis Anderson competing on the Celebrity Diving Show. Once again, Fox had its own version, of course we did, called, are you ready for this? Stars in Danger, the high dive, that very same year. Oh, God, I love our network.
Do you think he could show us how to do that? He was so serious. It was like...
Why haven't I asked? Louis been here a bunch of times. Why have I never asked Louis about, what was it called? Deep dive? Splash.
Deep dive?
Deep dive, I don't know. Oh, gosh, that's good. We have to do that next year.
So bad.
We'll have Eric in his little squirrel outfit do little backflips.
Oh, God.
How many shows try to capitalize on the Bachelor craze? The CW put a country twist on the concept back in 2008. Look at this.
One of you does not have an egg under your chicken. That's the gal who's going back to the city. This is the crappy part. But it's a part that you guys all know that was coming. I've got to pick the farmer's wife. A little nervous?
That's a clip from Farmer Wants a Wife, where city girls competed for a country guy, and yes, they were sent home using chickens and eggs. If the woman's chickens didn't lay an egg, she was eliminated. You can see the full list at therap.com. Oh, God. We got to go to commercial. We'll be right back right after this. Oh, I can't. Oh. I just can't believe it. Watching this money come in from all of you good-hearted TV viewers. Kendall, we're about $100 away from $35,000. So what? We've jumped what, friends? 3,000 through the show? Yeah, we've jumped 3,000 in 45 minutes. Well, get ready, because we're going to raise more money right now when you see this. It's not the typical type of story that we feature on The Jason Show, but the more I learned about Crescent Cove, the more I wanted to get the word out to all of you on the incredible work that these folks do. I'm helping to raise money for Crescent Cove as part of Project Down and Dirty on my radio station, My Talk 107.1. It's one of 3 places in our country that provides hospice care for children, helping families feel at home while they're away from home. Yesterday, my buddy Kendall was nice enough to go visit Crescent Cove in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Look at this.
Beautiful right here. I didn't realize there was a lake.
It's stunning.
We're in the great room. This is where you were saying most of the families hang out, the kids hang out. Tell me exactly what Crescent Cove is for anybody who doesn't know.
Our mission at Crescent Cove is to offer care and support to children and young adults who have a shortened life expectancy and to their families who love them. So we care for children needing respite and end-of-life care here in this beautiful setting on Twin Lake in Brooklyn Center.
One thing, we had someone here today, Thomas, and he said, I thought this was great. He had a family that has been wanting to go on this vacation for many, many years, but obviously that's difficult when you have someone to care for full time. So you have that here too.
For years, his parents have been wanting to take a vacation together, and his cares, are 24/7, and we're so honored that they feel so trusting in our clinical team to take such loving and skilled care of him while he's here for respite. Well, they can fill their cups too and have their first vacation.
You have a new room, a new activity room, right?
We have a new outdoor space.
Outdoor space.
Open this summer. It's gorgeous. It has musical equipment. We can go take a look as well.
Oh, you're thinking about it? Ready, set, go!
Whoa, good job. It's so beautiful. Would you like to go on top of the tower today? Yes, is that a yes? Should we go on top? Are you ready? Say, okay, we'll go super speedy.
Thomas is He's
the
making
tower.
his way up to the top of the tower.
Yes, the
We-
Dragonfly Tower.
The Dragonfly Tower. This is really cool. This is new.
Yes, brand new this summer, hand designed and made, so it's wheelchair accessible. All of our kids at Crescent Cove can use it. There are 54 children's hospices in England and only 3 in our country. And the children over there said you'll need a blue slide in the back garden. And we have one for our kids here at Crescent Cove, which is beautiful.
And Crescent Cove hasn't been around for too long. You've only been around for about 3 years now, you said?
Yes, Crescent Cove has just been open for 3 years, and we're just the 3rd in our country. And there's no cost to the children and families who come to stay for respite or end-of-life care. So the work that you're doing, sharing our mission, means so much because it's truly a community effort to keep this home open and serving and supporting kids in care.
Before we go, you said there's a story that you'd be open to sharing about a family or someone who was impacted.
And I just want to share about a little boy named Rafi who is here at the end of his life. He's the youngest of 3 boys, and his parents so badly wanted him to come here while he was dying, and he was at the hospital. And they knew his end of life was coming soon, and they transferred him, and they felt like they were taking a big risk. They didn't know if he'd live through the transfer. The EMT said, I don't know if he's gonna make it. As he arrived, it was like he became more alert, more in tune. He was kind of lifted himself rose to the occasion for his coming to Crescent Cove. And instead of just minutes or hours that they thought they might have together while he died, he lived at Crescent Cove for 9 days. His brothers played with our volunteers. They were outside playing basketball, riding bikes, just having that chance to be kids.
Right.
And do some special memory making with their brother. Not hundreds of family members come and go and make meals together and really celebrate and have rituals and ceremonies around his living and now dying. After Rafi died at Crescent Cove, there's a beautiful honor walk that our staff and many community members and volunteers do each time with the family, sort of guiding that family, their child's body out of Crescent Cove, which is so sacred and beautiful, with music and candles, just anything that would make and fill their souls and spirits. And to this day, you know, Rafi's parents are in close contact with us and continue to celebrate his life, as we do every single child who comes and goes from Crescent Cove, whether it's for respite or for end-of-life care. It's one big community and family of support at Crescent Cove.
Would you like to give them your 100-watt smile? Where is that? There it is! That's a good one!
Thanks to photographer Eric and Kendall for, thank you, sweetheart. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, really wonderful being there.
Yeah, Thomas. Ooh. Let's read this to learn more. It's just really sweet, you know? We have a really dumb job and we have a dumb show, and the fact that I can use the show and raise, because we're up to like almost 35,000. Can you read that for me, actually?
Yes. To learn more about the work being done, check out crescentcove.org right there on your screen.
We put a link to donate on our Instagram, mytalk1071.com. God bless you all. We'll be right back. Stay here. Welcome back. Get ready. It is time for the legendary World's Shortest Segment. Roll it. The holiday season arrives at Starbucks today. The coffee chain's holiday cups come out today. 4 different designs are supposed to look like wrap presents. They even feature a gift tag on the back. Look at those. We'll be back with a surprise goodbye right after this. 35,000, Kendall. Look at that. Welcome back, beautiful people. We're up to $36,000. MyTalk1071.com. It's safe. Keep donating. I would love to come back on the air tomorrow and tell you we reached 40. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Roll it, Steve. Today, we're celebrating the release of one of the biggest albums of all time. On this day, 24 years ago, a female singer released her 3rd album featuring this song.
I feel like a woman.
That's Shania Twain singing Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Incredibly, that song was one of 12 singles Shania released from just one album. Other songs, Don't Be Stupid, That Don't Impress Me Much, and You're Still the One. Come On Over went on to sell 18 million copies, becoming the best-selling country music album ever and the best-selling studio album ever released by a woman, and it ranks top 10 of album sales in history. Incredible. Kendall?
Yes?
Final update?
Yes?
$36,611. I love you all. Keep donating. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.